Remember the name, Odunayo Adekuroye. She started doing big things in wrestling for this country a long time ago. But everyone started talking about her at the 2014 Commonwealth Games. She will win, sing, and dance. Despite all the problems associated with wrestling in Nigeria, Odunayo Adekuroye has stayed focused. That's her right there. With Lalita, she defeated this same opponent. She's from India at the Commonwealth Games. And now at the Indian Professional Wrestling League, Odunayo Adekuroye met Lalita today and then ended 10-0. Technical superiority. That's how fantastic she's been all year long with wrestling. And she's continued that with 3 straight victories for Odunayo Adekuroye. And then, of course, she gave them some singing and some dancing. She's already a delight in India. Wrestling. Taking Odunayo Adekuroye everywhere in the world, and she's doing big things. She's staying focused, and we're believing that at the 2016 Rio Olympics, Odunayo Adekuroye will keep doing big things for the country. That's her right there before a fight today with Lalita, and she made it look so easy. So easy. She fights for the Mumbai team in India, and the story keeps getting better. Let's come back to the studio now. Tunde Koiki joins us. Tunde, good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Austin. Very happy not to be in the crossfire. Well, anyway, I mean, Taekwondo, remember, Taekwondo is a combat sport.
That's right. So I just...
Being in the middle here would have probably been, detrimental to my health.
I mean, I'm glad that Adogaku is in Kano, because I can't imagine being here. But these combat guys, they will tell you it's not to attack, it's to protect.
I hear you.
All righty. Okay. How about Odunayo Adekuroye? What a story, to the Koiki. Wrestling.
I don't know where to start from. But Odunayo Adekuroye is doing... She's breaking grounds.
That's right.
Right now.
That's right.
The Indian Pro Wrestling League circuit is a brand new league circuit, strictly devoted to wrestling. It is the richest wrestling pro circuit in the world. There are 6 franchises in 6 different Indian cities. Investors paid huge amounts of money to set up those teams, and also there was a bidding war going on for many of these players. Mumbai Garuda, the team that she fights for, won the rights to Adekuroye. And already it is something absolutely off the charts. She is the only African.
That's right.
The only African, and it was invited. Well, maybe, I think there was another African, but that African didn't even get bidded for. But she's the only African, both male and female, who is fighting in the Indian Pro Wrestling League. The league is set up in such a way there are 6 teams. All these teams will face each other in a round-robin format. Each team is entitled to have 9 players, 1 icon player, and 8 other players, made up also of 5 men and 4 women. That is the setup of each team. And so far, so good. Adekuroye's Mumbai Garuda are doing brilliantly well. They are top. There's a league format for wrestling. There's a league format with 6 teams. Mumbai Garuda is on top with 136 points, way ahead of second place Hatriana Hammers, who are in second place with 51 points.
That's right.
Adekuroye has won all 3 of her bouts. If you think her fight against Lalita was good, the fight she had before Lalita,
the first one,
the second one was unbelievable. It ended in 1 minute 21 seconds.
That's right. She did a pin and that was it.
The crowd were I mean, you could sweep the floor and you'll be sweeping jaws of people's jaws who had hit the floor. It was unbelievable. They'd never seen anything like it. For 1 minute 21 seconds, and it was over.
Grand entry she had for that fight.
So she's doing unbelievable things, doing really, really well for not only for herself but for African wrestling, because it puts African wrestling on the map. So I'm thinking next year when this league gets bigger and better, there's no guarantee that she'll stay at Mumbai Royals. That there are bigger, richer franchises who are there as well, and she's put herself in the shop window. 3 fights, 3 straight wins. She has on her own, she has amassed 30 points.
That's right.
For her team, as well as Adeline Gray, who's the icon player for her team as well. Both of them have 30 points each. They have accounted for more than half. Exactly half of the points our team has garnered. So it's brilliant what Adekuroye is doing.
Fantastic. I know.
It's sad, really. I
saw the highlights of the fight, and I was like this too. I was like, it was massive. I had to call my colleagues and say, "This is wrestling in India. You need to see the packaging. You need to see the way she was introduced to come out. It was awesome.
Austin,
I liked it.
There is nothing like the Indian Pro League in the world. Nothing in America, who are absolutely besotted with wrestling, not in Europe.
And this is not their cricket.
No, it's not.
This is wrestling.
It's not.
So you see, people are working. And it's also a story of motivation for other wrestlers. They are looking at footballers and they say, Atuayo is a wrestler like you. And since after the Commonwealth Games, it's been getting better for her.
The woman is just 22 years old. Yes, she's traveling the world, bringing glory to her family and her nation. She's doing fantastic
So
things.
when they put up a statistics, I had to show you, that's Akure on the map. They are Akure, Nigeria.
It's unbelievable.
Through wrestling.
It's unbelievable.
That's
I'm just hoping that that the president of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, Unpaid legally, is watching this. If he can get more Nigerians to join the pro wrestling circuit in India, that would be magnificent. Yeah. It will also help in preparing our athletes.
That's right.
It's just a short tournament.
Is massive for the Olympics.
It ends on the 27th of December. By the 27th of December, it's already over. She's fought 3 weeks, and she's made a great amount of money, got into fighting shape for ahead of the Olympics.
And comes back with a huge bag of experience.
And a huge bag of money.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Say that. That's the story of Oduayo Adekure doing big things through wrestling. Read my lips. Wrestling. She's doing way down there in India. And that, again, is another story for the National Sports Commission. We need to start looking at ways to develop other sports. That's the way out of all of it. Creative ways. We'll talk about Jose Mourinho, but let's leave Jose Mourinho for now. Still stay in Nigeria and talk about some of the issues that came out of that 71st annual general meeting of the Nigeria Football Federation. The sports minister is a comrade. He went tough. Pay all outstanding wages and bonuses before Christmas.
Did he say specifically for who?
The under 17, the under 23, and Taraba FC players to be precise.
Well, he can make that pronouncement regarding the national team.
All right.
But he does not have the authority to issue a directive to the Taraba state government.
But it's not doing well for our sports and our football.
No, it's not.
And he's in charge of sports in the country.
Yeah, but it's not. Taraba state government will tell him that, look, I'm sorry, unless you want other things to suffer, we cannot afford to pay these players. That is the problem now. The Taraba state governments are claiming that they are cash strapped, and the unfortunate thing is that they have not even addressed this issue. Since Monday. These players have been sleeping out in the cold. Austin, imagine the temperatures, the Harmattan temperatures that that we're experiencing in Lagos, Nigeria. Quadruple that, or maybe even multiply it by 8. That is what you are getting in northern Nigeria now, and it's under those conditions that these players sleep outside in the open, exposed to the elements, hoping that someone will listen to their plight. They are owed 11 months' salaries, bonuses, and other things as well. Salaries haven't been paid. The government agreed that they will pay them 4 months out of the 11 months salaries. They reneged on that, and these players have been abandoned to the elements, as it were. So while the minister can make pronouncements regarding the national teams, that's all well and good, but I'm sorry, his authority does not extend to Taraba, because it is owned by the Taraba state government. So what the minister should be doing now is looking for ways to ensure that this club licensing thing kicks off. If we continuously say, look at this. This is appalling.
Professional footballers.
This is appalling. You look at this, and tomorrow your son comes to you and tell you, Dad, I want to play for a Nigeria Professional League club. Will you not burst into tears?
Or you take it to a multinational that you want to get sponsorship for the league, and they show you this.
These are players who traverse the length and breadth of this country, flying the colors of a club that they've signed. They signed to quotes to play for, and this is what they get. So what the minister should be doing is not issuing directives that carry no weight. What he should be doing is work with his own constituency, that is the Nigerian Football Association and the LMC, get them to ensure that the club licensing scheme works properly. If you do not have the wherewithal to run a club professionally, don't even come near football. And I've said it before, there's no law that says we must play professional football. If it is amateur football that we can come up with, all well and good. The Irish league, it has semi-professional players and amateur players. But you know what? Ireland still figures prominently in FIFA programs. So if we cannot run professional football. Let us have semi-professional or amateur football. If it is only 6 clubs that can meet the club licensing scheme, all well and good.
Tough one. Tough one coming out of football in Nigeria, particularly with administration. We're still keeping an eye at all that is going down right there in Jalingo. The players, they don't like what's going down, but they are strong about it. They're not going anywhere. Special call again to the Minister of Sports, Barrister Solomon Dalong. Walk the talk. We need to get those guys out of the streets. They deserve to be with their families. We also are calling on the Nigeria Football Federation. This is football. We need to protect the brand. Also, the league management company, our cherry news is that the league management company, they have said that they will offset the bills. They will pay the players. Walk the talk. It is not good for the image of this country, particularly with our football. Let's leave Nigeria.
Unfortunately, Taraba United have been relegated. If they were still in the league, what the LFC would have done would have been to deduct whatever it is that comes to Taraba United next season from sports.
But they're still supposed to give them something for this season.
Yes.
For taking part in this season. So maybe part of it they give it to the players.
Can be used to offset the players' salaries. If they can do that, that will go some way in surging. It won't solve it completely. Because it's Taraba United now. Who knows what might happen next season? Because the truth is, there are dwindling sources of revenue for state governments all over the country. Club ownership is the least of their priorities right now.